Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a weekly podcast for the more sophisticated beer drinker. So sit back, pour yourself a pint, and enjoy the internet's longest running 100% blind roundtable taste test beer review show. You're listening to The Beer Snobs.
Welcome to the show, everybody. How you guys doing? This is Daemon. You're listening to The Beer Snobs, and next to me is...
Hey guys, this is Brian with Beer Quest.
And across the table from me is...
Hi, I'm B, and I'm back.
Yeah! Before we get started, we should mention our Beer of the Month for February, Avery Brewing Company's Ellie's Brown Ale, unanimously decided by all of us, plus Kelly, who's not here.
Avery's bomb, though, dude. I love that. This guy's beer.
Yeah, and this brown ale was drinkable. It was
good.
So good.
It's good.
I mean, and that's why you got unanimously selected as our Beer of the Month. So give it up to Avery, Ellie's Brown Ale.
Or in this case, Ellie's colorblind.
Yes.
That was the beer.
Because it's a dog, yes.
All right.
Anyways, let's get to it. Here we're going to start off the show with a little something I like to call beer news.
What's going on in the news?
All right, here we go. This first story is coming from adage.com. This one's by E.J. Schultz. And the title of the story is AB InBev to buy brand with tagline, corporate beer still sucks.
Well, yeah, aren't they out of business yet?
No.
Anheuser-Busch InBev is never going out.
No.
We'll see.
Anheuser-Busch InBev on Friday added another craft brewery. This is a few weeks ago. But
which one?
Added another craft brewery to its portfolio with the planned acquisition of Seattle-based Elysian Brewing Company.
They bought Elysian?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You're fucking kidding me.
You didn't hear about that?
Oh my God. Elysian has some fucking cool beer too.
Yeah.
Men's Room Red Ale. Oh my, what the, really?
But the nation's largest brewer might have an immediate branding problem on its hands with this deal. That's because one of Elysian's beers is called, ironically, Loser Pale Ale with the tagline, corporate beer still sucks.
Dude, okay.
I don't see a problem with that. That's Elysian. That's a craft roots.
The biggest corporate beer company. The biggest corporate beer company in the world.
Then don't buy a craft beer company.
Here it is.
Buys a craft beer company.
Elysian Ale makes some fucking great beer. I've had their beer when I was at their brewery in Seattle.
And if you're going to compete with 10 Barrel, why not go Elysian?
No shit. But here's what I'm going to say about Anheuser InBev. I'm actually seeing some things that makes me happy about what they're doing. What I mean by that is that at the Staples Center, I'm a season ticket holder for the Clippers. They actually have a Goose Island area at the Staples Center now where you can get
pretty cool.
Goose Island beer, and they're actually going to have Bourbon County Stout on tap for you to drink at your games, whether it's going to be Clipper games, Laker games, or Kings games. Here's what I'm saying about this. I'm not a fan of what Anheuser InBev have done to Budweiser, and I really think Anheuser InBev have fucked up Budweiser.
You really think they weren't already fucked up?
I think Budweiser actually had a decent name to themselves. I think
as a shitty beer, yeah.
As a shitty beer
as
to
a Bavarian beer, maybe.
As a shitty beer to us, but Budweiser actually put a lot of quality and effort into what they did. It was a shitty quality and effort, but they made sure they got the right hops and stuff.
I'm like trying to understand what you're saying. You're speaking another language.
I understand that you don't hear this, but listen.
I don't follow.
Budweiser actually used to get their hops from Germany. They actually had a farm they bought it from. When InBev came along, they moved their hops to a cheaper place.
To the Clydesdales.
Yeah, basically to the horses. So what happened is InBev has made them a cheaper beer.
I get why they did that, though. I mean, I'm sorry. I think AB InBev probably looked at it and goes, you're importing European materials for this? Why are you using that expense for this? We could use any old shitty hops for this. This beer is not known for its flavor. This beer is known for its cheapness. So they probably went to just
that is
the
something
next
an investor
cheap guy.
would say.
Yeah, that's what they went. They're like, why are you insulting European hops by putting it in this?
I understand where you're coming from, but I still think
so they save some money, and the beer probably tastes no different. I bet your regular Budweiser drinker does not fucking notice that it no longer comes from Germany or Europe or wherever they were getting the materials from.
No, that's
they
just
actually
cold,
lost
man.
sales because of that.
I need a cold pitcher and a cold mug.
No, they actually lost sales over the years.
Well,
Budweiser has lost sales due to craft beer and other stuff,
they lost share.
of their lesser used products.
Yeah, but that was a way to save money when they knew they're going to get a hit.
But for what it is, Budweiser getting a craft beer and putting them in a place where we can't get it normally. Like if I get to see Elysian Ale at the Rose Garden when I go to fucking see when I go to Portland to see a basketball game or something like that,
Yeah.
that's awesome. The fact that we have a legit there is a Goose Island area for on the, at the Staples Center on the first floor to go drink it.
There is an arguable advantage to a big corporate entity buying a small beer company.
You get better distribution.
Again, you go to your average bar, and for some reason, the only decent beer you could ever get was Newcastle. And then when they start acquiring beers, all these other beers started appearing. Like when
as long as there's enough taps.
when they purchased,
it has to be enough taps.
When they purchased, well, I'm talking about just like bottles. But I mean, before that, I'm talking about the days of here's your bottle of beer, thank you very much. And there's a lot of bars that still do that. There's still a lot of bars that don't have taps, where it's just bottles. But
fuck those guys then.
I know, but I'm just saying though, when you end up at a bar like that as a beer drinker, you're just, oh god, okay, what do they got? Because hopefully they'll have one I can tolerate.
I just go straight to straight liquor.
When they would do that, it was always Newcastle. Newcastle was the go-to because that was the only decent one they'd ever had for some reason. And then once he started acquiring, Blue Moon appeared.
Yep.
And I was like, oh hey, old friend, what are you doing here? And I think this is kind of the thing that B is pointing out is now because they acquire this stuff, as long as they don't fuck with the recipes, as long as they leave the people brewing it to brew the way they did.
It's almost like they need to come in, give them a bunch of money for marketing or whatever.
So there's an advantage. There's an advantage.
They get that. The resources.
The problem, and it comes from the craft beer community, is the fact that you raise this child, you believe in this child, you send this child off to college. I mean, basically, we're all supporting these little guys. And then to have them purchased by this big guy is kind of insulting to us. Because it's like, now if we support you, even though you taste the same, even though you look the same, you're a sellout. That's what it feels like. And that's what offends us as craft beer fans. And I've said this before. I was talking about this online.
People get really loyal.
No, they do. But I've said this online. It's just like music. The minute an artist gets big, when he's underground, you supported him, you loved them, you nurtured them, you told all your friends about him, you got everybody to listen to their music. And then when they got big, you're like, you know what? Fuck them. They don't need me anymore. They don't need anybody anymore. They're a millionaire. You feel betrayed because of their popularity.
That's me and Taylor Swift right there.
Right there.
Yeah. Fuck you and your $100 concert ticket.
But I mean, no, that's me with festivals. Yeah. But I mean, that's just how we are. That's how a lot of beer fans are. Not all of us are like that, but I mean, a lot of people are like that. There is a good part. There was a good side of this,
festivals.
which I don't anymore. There was a good side of this that B mentioned. B's point is totally fucking valid.
Damn, Skippy.
And there's the other part that, I mean, honestly, it's sour grapes, but how you feel is how you feel. And if you really are a hardcore, craft beer supporter, you know what? You don't even need to talk shit about them. Just move on to the next one, because that's what you hipsters are going to fucking do anyway.
I need a beer.
You're going to move on to the next beer that no one's heard of, and that's fine. Do that. Keep supporting the craft. If you're all about craft beer being craft, being independent, keep supporting it. Don't worry about this anymore. Obviously, Elysian, they got bought. If you feel bad about that, there's 100 other brewers out there you can support, and good for you. Support them.
There's 3,000.
Especially in Seattle, too. Elysian, Elysian's one of them, but, you got Pyramid right across the street from the fucking stadium. You got 5 breweries over in Old Ballard Point. I mean, there's plenty of places you can go get a great beer at.
But the greater point of this was that the loser pale ale, actually, their tagline was "Corporate beer still sucks."
That's badass. Keep
that's
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Keep it. And don't change it.
Elysian co-founder and head brewer Dick Cantwell seemed ready to make the best of the irony. We will continue making Loser with all its irreverence and irony. Jokes can have many layers after all, he said in an email. AB Bev has not commented on this.
It's true, though. It's true. If you're going to buy out a company for their irreverence to begin with, keep it.
Yeah.
Fucking keep it.
That's it with our first story. Thanks to adage.com for that one. Moving on to the next one. From Reuters.com, the story is by Anjali Anthavali and Philip Blenskinsop. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. But the name of the story is Bring Goliath Struggle to Fit In at Craft Beer Party. Play the smallest violin for the world's saddest song. While the majors still make 3/4 of all the beer drunk in the United States, they face a continued decline of market share. Their effort in the last few years to push into richer flavored craft beer, which can easily sell at a 50% premium to standard lager, is failing to compensate. Craft consumers have a vast number of over 3,000 small and local producers, from Ardwolf to Zithium, to choose from. Industry body and Brewers Association says craft beer brewers caught $14.3 billion of a total of U.S. beer market of $100 billion in 2013. It also insists craft brewers must be small, independent, and traditional, and dismisses the likes of AB InBev, Goose Island, or Miller Coors' Blue Moon as imposters.
I don't know, dude.
This is what they're saying.
I just read an article about how Sierra Nevada's founder is a billionaire.
Was he a billionaire before?
No.
Really?
No, he's now a billionaire.
No.
Then he sold out. Fuck him.
No. I mean, you look at the top 5 craft breweries, because they've moved the level of craft breweries is from production 2 million barrels of beer up to 6 million barrels. So you've got a lot of people making look at we just read the article last month about Jim Cook from Boston Beer. Yeah, that was going around the internet about how he's all pissed off about how his beers aren't on tap.
Yeah,
dude, he's one of the biggest craft beer manufacturers in the world.
And once people get a sense of it, that like we were talking about in the last story, they just say "fuck you."
Well, yeah, because when you go out, do you want to get a Boston Lager or do you want to go try something brand new that just came out?
That's true.
Like we did last week with Hamilton.
That's a good point. Not the you're big and I don't like you anymore.
No, it's try something new because it might be gone. Boston Lager,
sure.
I've had that how many times in the last how many years?
Here's the best thing about that though. Boston Lager, I may have had it maybe 50 times in the last 2 years. It's still the same beer.
Yeah, it is.
It's still
a good beer,
great beer.
Yeah, it's a great beer.
So
that's good.
You know, I like the idea that we can be familiar with a craft beer nowadays. Like, you know, my dad, his favorite beer was Moosehead Lager from Canada. And I started putting some Sam Adams in his refrigerator. He's now a Sam Adams drinker. He likes decent beer now. It takes a lot to move on. And the fact that he can now get that decent beer over a Budweiser or Coors is awesome to me. I mean, we are, not to be a dick about it or not to be elitist about it, we are the 1% of beer drinkers. We've been drinking this stuff for a long time. We've been talking about it for a long time. We've been describing what we think about it for a long time. We have to understand there's 99% of people out there that may not know half the shit we talk about.
That's true. They don't understand.
And the fact that you can get this stuff around here.
But that's why we exist.
Yeah.
We exist to try to help these people to understand. You know, down and talk shit when it sucks. But
lots of shit.
But yeah, so but do you guys feel sorry for the big guys?
Never.
For struggling to fit in at the craft beer party?
No, not the big guys. No.
Because that's kind of the point.
They're all numbers.
Because all they can do is buy into the party. They can't really throw it.
Yeah. You say big guys. I don't see a brewer. I see an investor.
Yep.
Every time. Like 5 or 6 of them.
Corporations are not people, my friend.
Ritual Brewing.
Right. Wait. That is it for beer news. And we got to get to our blind review of the show.
Dude, look at that. This thing's dark. It's not
brown. It's hazy.
It's not like
it's
stout
brown
dark.
and it's
It's
hazy.
brown.
Brownish.
Brown and hazy.
It's brownish.
It doesn't really have a good head. I mean, you can kind of switch one out.
What? It smells
I guess
fruity.
I get some like Belgian characteristics in the aroma.
I got a fruity smell.
I get like a little esterly flavor,
I'm not getting a lot of the spice, honestly.
Not spice. I'm getting like almost like sourish.
I don't know. Well, let's go for the taste, I guess.
I'm not enjoying the smell at all still.
Yeah, it carries right into the It's not.
It doesn't really pop.
It's Belgian.
It tastes, but this is really mild for Belgian.
Here it is.
Really
it's
mild for Belgian.
boring. This is fucking boring. This is not a beer that we normally drink because we do crazy shit. This beer is a beer for people who don't know what beer is. This is fucking boring.
It doesn't have a lot of character to it.
It has nothing. Listen, it's that chick at the fucking club with the long brown hair and the glasses, and she has a ponytail. Now, maybe if she took off the ponytail, she'd be hot, but she's not going to do that. This is a fucking boring beer. I'll pick up this beer after I had 3 or 4 good other beers.
Shit. No, right now what I'm tasting is a beer that could have been better. A beer, no, it's good.
I'd say
but it could have been better.
The flavor is hollow.
Yeah, there should be more to it. Most of the beers we really like, flavors jumping out at us.
Better not be from Utah.
No.
The flavor jumps out at you. Like this is blended, but I think it's well blended. But there's nothing really popping about it. There's nothing that pops out.
Here's the best thing I can say about
well
this.
blended.
This is
No,
best.
this is well blended. It's just weak.
No,
It's well blended with water.
this is what I'm going to say about this. I think this beer 4 years ago would be an amazing beer to us. I feel
10. Let's say
that
10.
our palates have evolved so much that this is something that we would avoid in a heartbeat. So
Yeah,
if
because right now, you know what this is coming off as to
cannot-
me? You know what's coming off as to me? Kind of like Newcastle, but without the bitterness in the end.
I cannot disagree with either of you more. This thing is just watery. There's almost no flavor.
This tastes like Newcastle with water mixed in it.
Yeah, like I get a Belgian a flavor kind of character from the yeast.
a little bit of banana.
But there's nothing else. It's like watery. It's like viscous.
Again, I think this would be a great beer if we were first drinking beer. Like if you just first started drinking and exploring beer,
this would be a good opener.
this is something you say, wow, this is something new I've never tasted before. But
This would be a good opener, but that's about
I
it.
cannot sit here and say you should buy this.
All right, then. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Recommendations. Hardiman.
This would be a good beer if I was comparing it to a rain puddle. No.
No. Recommendation. No.
This is horrible.
All right, B.
I think the Rain Pub will still taste better, but no.
I have to say, I'm not apparently as offended as these guys are. I don't think this is a bad beer. I just don't think it's a great beer. And while on the show, I only try to approve beers that I think have some kind of overwhelming merit. This does not have that. So I'm going to have to agree with these guys and say no. 3 out of 3 against. Let's get to the reveal and find out what the hell this crap was.
Franziskaner.
Really?
The Franziskaner.
It's a Dunkelweizen?
Weissbier. This is their Dunkel.
So-
their premium
Oh.
Dunkel.
Does not even taste like a Dunkel.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, it
Horrible.
did. It did taste like a Dunkel.
It tastes like a
It just didn't taste
500-year-old
like a
Dunkel.
strong Dunkel.
No, it's watery, man. It had no
Oh.
flavor.
This is a basic Dunkel, but it's not a good one.
It should be, though.
It's basic. There was nothing bad about this. It was just the flavors were subdued. It was weak. You can,
and they've been around for hundreds of years.
they've been around for hundreds of years.
500 years. 1490
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
They've
Yeah.
been around longer than our country was founded.
I'm really
Well, not by the-
from Munich since 1363.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here it is. I'm okay with the fact that, hey, this beer is a Dunkel for 1363. But if I'm bringing a Dunkel now, I'm not touching this shit with a 10-foot pole. Yeah.
But yeah, and then I mean the we don't even need to talk about the bottle. It's just basically every other
Franziskaner.
It's every Franziskaner label with
it's red.
but it's like
red,
more
that's
like
it.
rose, dark rose
If
flavor.
you're getting a Franziskaner, get the Hef, and you'll be happy.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Franziskaner
that's a
Hef,
better
yeah.
one.
That is my beer of choice for New Year's for midnight instead of champagne.
Oh. Dude,
That's
I'm
a
getting
good
into this
choice.
new thing. I want to start celebrating New Year's when the English do. So it's like 4 in the afternoon.
Let's start drinking then.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Drink. Anyways, I think we spent enough time on this one. Just like it mattered. I'll give you guys the price on the Franziskaner. It was $2.79.
Oh,
Too much.
do you feel raped?
Too much.
$2.79 for
Ask for lube next time.
for a pint 9.
Damn metric system.
I know, right?
Oh my
But that, anyways, that is it for the show. Let's bring back some positivity by bringing up our beer of the month, Avery Brewing Company's Ellie's Brown Ale.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
That was a
that's
beer we
loyal
all
brew.
loved. That was a beer we all loved.
Yes,
That's a good one.
Beautiful
Yeah.
beer.
Yes.
Well balanced, mellow, smooth.
Yes,
Good.
very drinkable, very good. Go out and pick yourself up a single, a sixer, whatever. The price is good. Avery Brewing Company's Ellie's Brown Ale.
That would be good to cook with, too. That's got a nice flavor.
It would be.
Put it in my chili
Yeah.
next time.
But anyways, that's it. That's it for this week. Mr. Hardiman.
Hey, guys, this is Brian from Beer Quest, and the quest is only half the fun. Check us out online.
And B.
There are 2 types of countries in this world. Ones that use the metric system and ones that been on the moon.
Wow.
That's
Fuck
bold.
your metric system.
What about your couch?
Fuck your couch.
And I'm Daemon. I'll feed the same.